her. Let's go to her ex, Brittany, and let's talk about Justin Timberlake, chair, because his court date was today. And one of my friends hit me up with the post about the whole thing because I'm like, child, y'all do know I be on it when it comes to the tea. So, but in the group chat, he was like, "What? He too good to show up at the trial and all this other stuff, or show up in court." I'm like, he's on tour, so he couldn't be there. He's overseas on tour. That's the only reason why Justin behind had to go via Zoom because he's working. So, according to reports, Justin Timberlake had to say bye, bye, bye to his driver's license because a New York judge has suspended it during a recent hearing. So, according to page 6, they said the pop star, who's 43, attended the hearing at Sag Harbor Village Justice Court virtually from Antwerp, Belgium, since he is currently on the international leg of his Forget Tomorrow World Tour. He wore a black collar shirt, as y'all can see in the picture, and officially pled not guilty, according to NBC News. Now, Timberlake's lawyer reportedly received a stern warning from the judge over his irresponsible remarks. So the judge was being messy, which goes to show that not the judge, the attorney was being messy. Because remember, when we talked about on the show, the attorney, Justin's attorney, was trying to go with this angle of trying to make the cop look bad, like he didn't do his job, that they let Justin's friend, because they was willing to throw her ass under the bus to save him, typical Justin Timberlake behavior, where they were going to throw the friend under the bus to say, well, you arrested me after I refused the breathalyzer. But my friends who I was following home were also intoxicated and started drinking before I even got to the bar. And you let them drive my car home along with their vehicle, but you arrest me. So the attorney was trying his little situation, even willing to throw a so-called friend. This is why I couldn't be friends with his ass. Because if you throw me under the bus, we throwing them bows. Like we about to fight. Because I'm like, yes, I'm putting hands on you. Because it's like, oh, hell no. You're not trying to throw my ass under the bus and save your behind. And look what happened. License got suspended. So they tried to say the police made a number of very significant errors in the case. This is what Burke alleged to page 6 on July 26. He then called out how officers forgot to get a sergeant's signature on the official charging papers and added, in court today, you heard a district attorney try to fix one of those errors, but that's just one and there are many others. Sometimes the police make mistakes and this is just one of those incidences. The New York-based lawyer then concluded that Timberlake was not intoxicated, and police made an error in arresting him for it. We are confident that this charge will be dismissed. Now, you saying all that and saying he wasn't intoxicated, but what if he wasn't intoxicated, then I would have been like, okay, where that breathalyzer at? And let me blow on it like I'm blowing on some bean. And I'm going to show you that I'm not fucked up. But Justin refused because he knew. So you want to sit up in here, like, don't look, in the words of another, person in law, Miss Judge Judy Shineland, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Please don't, because now you playing in my face. And Justin thought he can get away with it. I told him 2025 coming to collect. This is the year of accountability. And he getting his. You may have gotten away with a lot of stuff in the industry, but guess what? This is the law, and they're not playing with you. And I feel like in New York, in like Sag Harbor stuff, there's a lot of uppity rich folk out there. I know I got a lot of family out there as well. I keep telling you that. But, and Jennifer Lopez been out hanging out in the Hamptons, all this stuff as well. And I'm sure that there's a lot of these uppity rich folk who do get away with murder because of the cops and they look the other way. But this new kid that came up in here, he was like, you know what? I'm coming up in here and I'm doing my damn job, which is why a lot of them get mad because he's not letting them slide with their BS. And Justin's another example of that. You are not above the law. So they said he then called out how officers forgot to get us. Oh, wait, I read that already. So they said per NBC, Justice called Arachi, I think is how you say that, RACE, threatened Burke with a gag order, which would prohibit the attorney from speaking to the press. Because the justice attorney, was speaking to the press about a case that had not gone before the judge yet. So why are you speaking to page 6? Why are you speaking to all these people when we haven't even tried him? So I think the reason what happened was Justin's attorney fucked up and the judge decided to make an example out of him because this man wanted to go up in here thinking, he the Donald Trump of the law and is going to run up in here and use the press for his own gain, and it backfired. So it says that Timberlake has another court appearance scheduled for August 9th, and he is once again not required to attend the hearing in person. However, he may be called to personally attend a future September 13th date. In the meantime, all of his driving privileges have been taken away for an indefinite amount of time. Child, I mean, he can, well, they said indefinite, but don't indefinite mean like he can't ever jump behind a wheel? Well, first of all, that would be a luxury for me, number one. Because if I had Justin Timberlake coin, bitch, you best believe I'm gonna give my ass an Alfred and have him drive me around everywhere. Because I'm lazy. I don't like driving. And a lot of us in New York don't drive. So, but the weird thing is so many people have cars. It's like my parents drive, my sister drives, my brother drives. I'm the only one. I hate driving. So I'd rather be driven because I'm lazy. In that sense, I don't like get behind the wheel because I know I'm gonna turn into my grandfather. My grandfather used to cuss people out on the road for doing dumb shit, and I was the same way. When I started driving and stuff, I would always get behind the wheel and I just be cussing people, rolling them. I'd be cussing people out. I'd be having road rage. So I'd rather not be behind a wheel. That's why I'd rather be driven. So my thing is this. They said that the judge reportedly decided to execute the suspension order because Justin refused to take a breathalyzer test when the cops arrested him on the 18th of June. And he was pulled over because he allegedly ran a stop sign and was swerving between lanes. But he maintained to the police that he only had one martini, a Vespa martini, which is full of nothing but liquor, which the bartender in the establishment he visited earlier that night, the American Hotel, corroborated shortly after the arrest. They said if he was drinking more, it wasn't here. And that's what one of the employees told People magazine. So, and that's why I said, it's like, you know what? You could probably get lit off of one Vespa martini. That's nothing but pure liquor. There's no chaser and nothing in there where they could break up the alcohol. So I could probably understand that maybe Justin is a lightweight. Maybe he's somebody who don't drink that much. I mean, we've seen him out drinking, but it probably could be because it's a Vespa martini. You know what? It's probably a different type of situation, and that shit just got into his system and, messed up his mind or whatever. But I say all this to say, I think it was I think the judge made the right call. His license is suspended. It's suspended. They said for the indefinite future. So who knows when he'll be able to get his license back. They said indefinite. That means forever, don't it? So he can't get behind the wheel. And if he get caught behind there, they're going to haul your ass off to the jail. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this? Justin Timberlake finally getting his justice handed to him, chair. So I feel like the judge was fair in what he did, and you know what, the attorney messed up because you shouldn't have been going to the press saying things that you shouldn't have been saying on behalf of Justin Timberlake. You should have waited until you got to the courtroom, proved the things you needed to prove, because you was letting us know where you was planning on going with the case and who you was going to drag down with y'all and all this other stuff. And the judge was like, okay, I'm gonna show your ass when you get up in that courtroom, and showed his ass. He did. So let me know what y'all think of this story in the comments down below.